Welcome back. As the Trump administration continues slashing budgets of groups like the National Science Foundation, scientists may increasingly need to rely on private tour companies for their research. In contrast, global research shows 74% of Americans want our leaders to do more to address climate change. Meteorologist Chase Kane traveled to Antarctica to explore how ecotourism could help persuade climate skeptics and facilitate some critical scientific research.
Traveling 9,000 miles to Antarctica comes at a cost to our planet. Transportation produces 15% of the pollution making Earth hotter, so I was not surprised my followers noticed.
Does that make me a climate hypocrite for traveling so much? I got this question in a comment.
But this is not a story about shame or guilt. It's just about considering how and why we travel.
These old cliches of seeing is believing. You know, David Attenborough's quote of,
I've always believed that few people will protect the natural world if they don't first love and understand it.
and I think that's really important, and that's the core of what we think, is you have to be able to see things to protect it. By seeing Antarctica, you get to understand its importance. It really sort of opens this Pandora's box of emotions.
The most common emotions seem to be a mix of awe and childlike wonder.
Undoubtedly the most incredible thing I've ever experienced. And that's another whale.
So I think actually experiencing a place brings it to the fore of your mind. It makes you feel a kind of emotional investment, what's called place attachment.
Elizabeth is studying what she calls the ambassador effect. HX Expeditions gives free travel for researchers like her, and in this case, she's interviewing passengers to understand how visiting Antarctica shapes views on climate change.
And what we have found actually is that people who come down as climate deniers are probably going to go back as climate deniers because their views aren't tied to knowledge. You're better off providing routes to action for people who are already on side, which is the majority of people who visit Antarctica.
She's referencing a peer-reviewed study across 125 countries, finding 89% of people want their country's leaders to do more about climate change. Though lower in the U.S., still 3/4 of Americans want our leaders to do more, like the Hickey family visiting from Washington.
You know, we talk a lot in our family about global warming and its impacts, but I think this cruise to Antarctica for us was one to kind of show them the importance of what they will inherit in trying to take care of the Earth.
A message reinforced across this hybrid-powered ship. Giant batteries mean 20% less fuel. Newly installed sensors monitor changes in the ocean. It has an interactive science lab, lecture hall, and excursions to collect data for guest scientists who are studying everything from snow algae to penguins and whales.
We would not be able to support the research that we are supporting if we had not paying customers that would allow our ships to go down south. But I am convinced that this should not be a one operator effort. This should be an industry effort because we only have one planet.
In Antarctica, I'm meteorologist Chase Kane.
As the school year winds down, we recognize teachers and teachers' helpers who give their time in countless ways, but not typically in the way Boyd Hubert recently found, involving a lesson straight out of a book bag.
Traffic jams in Lake City, Minnesota.
Morning, ladies.
Are not common.
Awesome.
Unless you're Jerry Priggy.
I'll see you in a little bit.
At Bluffview Elementary.
See ya. Have a great day.
Every
in about 10 minutes, I'll be there.
day.
Look at my bag. Love it.
Yeah, every day.
Every day, all day.
How are you?
The Kid Highway.
Oh, hello. I missed you so much.
Slows.
I missed you. I missed you all.
For paraprofessional.
Huh?
Hugs.
Are you hungry?
1, 2.
Hello. I love her.
Or in groups. This is one way
I was in your neighborhood.
Jerry Priggy shows her love.
I missed you all on your break.
But look around.
The Priggy made this on me.
And you'll see
Foods.
another.
Good morning, second grade friends. Okay, I got some done this week, you guys. Alex? You're the Packers fan. I am the bag lady. I got it done. That's a compliment.
The bag lady.
Oh, and look at it's going to match your shirt.
With a backstory.
So Sutton's in a wheelchair, and she was having trouble navigating the wheelchair along with carrying all of her utensils and iPads and stuff.
Whitney Hudgens is mom
Yeah.
to Sutton.
The zebras.
Zebras.
And this is the first bag Miss Priggy made.
Sutton had one, and then her little best friend wanted one.
She got hers first, and then I got mine second. You're all right.
And once Andy and Sutton had their book bags, it was game on.
She loves making bags for everyone because she really wants to show kindness around the school.
Allison and Copeland both want pink bags.
And I want red and orange.
Orders come in daily.
Red and orange. You got it, buddy.
Then Miss Priggy starts her homework.
Hour and a half to do one bag. It is a lot of hours.
Especially when you consider
My orders.
this.
375 bags.
Just this school year.
Yeah, done.
Which brings us to what Jerry Priggy was doing last year.
All this was deli.
The deli Jerry and her husband shut down last summer
Come over here.
to retire.
You're going to love this part.
That was their freezer.
This has now become Fabric Central.
That tray?
This is actually a hot dish container.
While the rest of these deli tablecloths and curtains are now book bags.
Good morning. I miss you.
I forgot my bag.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
You might say Miss Priggy decided retirement wasn't for her.
It's the most important job I've ever had. Yeah, it just feels really good.
She hugs them. And they hug her back.
It's like she's always with us.
Hugs hung snugly right around their necks. Boyd Hooper, Carol 11 News,
Open up.
Lake City.
What page is it on?
And Jerry isn't done. In fact, since Boyd's visit 3 weeks ago, Jerry has sewed another 74 book bags, bringing her total to 449. Her goal is to sew a bag for every Bluffview student who wants one by the end of the school year. Way to go, Jerry. Stick with us. More news and weather coming up after the break.